Hello and welcome back to SAP Plant Maintenance. This is Farooq from Cube ERP. In this session we are going to look at refurbishment order. So let's say you have a tool or a material or some equipment which has finished its useful life, but there is still an option to refurbish the tool and so that it can still be used. A typical example is the tires. Like we can have tires which have lost their surface, but we can resurface them and then they can still be used. So this is something called refurbishment. So for the refurbishment to work, what we need is some materials which have got split valuation. So if I show you a material, so I have something called tires. So if I go into this accounting view, there is an indicator in the accounting view where we activate the valuation category. So once we activate the valuation category, then the material becomes activated for different valuations. Or it is called split valuation. So then we can have a material which can be set up or used as with split valuations. So what I've done is here I've taken C, which is based on status. Status is like new, old, refurbished. So this is the status. So there are three different options. One is from origin, one is from procurement. And so once I created the material, I picked up this valuation category. So if the material is not relevant for split valuation, then this will be blank. So once I've done it, then I will go back again into my MM01 and then set up the material for different valuations. So I will show you what are the valuations that I have done. So I have done it for three different valuations: C1, C2 and C3. So C1 is a new one, is a brand new. C2 is refurbished, and then C3 you can say a used material that you bought, maybe second hand or something like that. So each one will have a different value. This might be $100, this might be $50 only, and this might be only maybe $25. Depends. So now what we will do is we are going to use this material in our test case. So before I go there, let's take a look at what sort of stock do we have. So I will go to this transaction MMBE, go into my material and the plant, and then take a look at what is the stock level. So this stock will show us the stock by valuation category. So C1 has got 8, C2 has got 2, and then there are some sort of reservations also sitting on the C1. Might be different orders. So having shown this one, then we can start with our process. So let's create an order. The transaction to create a refurbishment order is IW81. So I'll go into IW81. The order type is PM04. Refurbishment order. Material, planning plant is 1000. Business area is also 1000. Press enter. So once we wake up our order type PM04, it will automatically bring in some like account type refurbishment. Our text is like resurfacing of the tires. Work center, we will give the work center that we have been using. Press enter. Now what we need to do is we need to tell in the refurbishment, so this is a refurbishment area where we're going to use material from plant 1000 as storage location 0001, which has got a valuation category of C1. So we had a tire which we bought 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It has now finished its useful life, so it is still C1. So we're going to use this one from, and then we're going to get, once it is refurbished, it will come back to us in valuation type C2. So this is what we're going to C2 refurbished. Valuation type, basically we are going to distinguish, that's what I said, we distinguish between the new or we refurbished or second hand by the valuation category. So once this is done, I press enter. And this will go into operations. In the operation, again, we can say like, what is our work? This is our work done. In the component, so component will have this one automatically also. But whenever we are doing this split valuation, it will not have the back flush indicator. So the back flush indicator is grayed out. We cannot do anything with this one, which means that once we go into confirmation, we have to put our material again. So that's it, and then let's save it. Let's go to permits, approve the permit, release the order. It will determine cost in the background. This would come if your MRP views are not set up. And save the order. So this will now give me an order number. So the order is there, 820039. So this is the order which has been created. Let me save this one. So we have now to go into confirmation. So confirmation is, as you know, IW41. So I will get into confirmation IW41. The order number is already there. Just press enter. So let's take a look at the goods movement. So as I said earlier, we'll have to put the material again because we don't have any back flush. Cooper tire quantity 1. We're saying plant 1000, S-log 0001. Once we press enter, we will have this field will become available. So now it is available, valuation type. So the valuation type that we're going to use is C1. Let me go back. I will say final confirmation, no remaining work. And before I go back again to confirm it, I will just do a stock overview. Go into MMBE. My material, that was Cooper tire. Press execute. So now what we are looking at, we have got C1, 8, C2, 2. So I will, once I confirm this one, it will post goods movement in the background. Goods movements are being posted. So the goods movement has been posted, confirmation saved, goods movement 1, field 0, so there is no failure. And if I go back and see my stock now again, I will do a refresh. So what has happened is now the C1 has been consumed. So it has reduced by 1 quantity. So the next step is for us is to go into different transaction, which is called IW8W, to do a receipt of the refurbished order material. So we go into the second transaction, IW8W. So this is sort of a good receipt. So good receipt for for refurbishment order. So if you can see here the order number is there, the material is there, quantity is there, the valuation type is also there, which is C2. What we need to do is just to do a press save. So once we do a press save, it will do a GR in the background. So the movement type is also given as 101. So document has been posted. If I go into my stock, so it should not change into 3. So it has gone into 3. So that's what is done. We took out 1 from C1 and then we added the quantity back to C2. So that's how a refurbishment order is done. So this has been done. So we have received the material back. Quantity has been consumed. If I want to go back into my order, IW32, and we can now take a look at the costs. So the cost is already there, and the next step will be just to do the normal closing of the order, doing the functions, completion, technically complete, then the variance calculation, then settlement, and then business closure. So that's about it. So this is how a refurbishment order is done. So I will see you in the next session with the next topic. Thank you.